Right guys, so from last week at Bahrain we started this one quite far back in the grid and we do drop back, as you can see right there. We're going to see both the Williams cars take over, they're going to get the position done, and we're going to be right behind the Aston Martins, the Williams, behind all the cars here. We didn't get the best of starts, we do need to work on our starts. Our car's quite heavy, really struggling it, but there you can see Team Asylum with the Mercedes engine, loving life. So we do get caught right behind Albon and Latifi there. Brakes start to lock up a bit, another issue that we encountered during the race. But with these 14 laps to go, basically we're just trying to get on the points and try and get some moves done. We do look for the move on Latifi. Can we get it done? Or we're going to be trying to go around the outside. It's going to be close. And as we close that gap down, we do get it done. So on to lap 10, this is where things start to go wrong in the last race. So as we're approaching the left-hander there, we do get it wrong and decide to go drifting. Off we go, off track. And as we make an entrance here, you're going to see just in our mirrors, you're going to see, oh, we see Vettel. Unfortunately, we do make Vettel retire. We pick up a 5-second penalty for that one. Really not ideal. We messed that up massively there, and unfortunately does get Vettel out of the race. We do get a 5-second penalty. Do pick up another 3-second penalty for the off tracks. But yeah, last week, pretty hectic. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jack, Zafra991 here. And what I've got for you today is round 2 of my team career mode here. This time at Jeddah. So looking forward to this one. We've got the Pirelli Hot Lap to start things off with today. We see we've got a couple of upgrades there in the works. An upgrade of the weight reduction has gone through, so our car should feel a little better this time. So here we will just want to reach the minimum speed of 98 miles per hour to get the gold, so we can get additional acclaim and money, so we can of course get upgrades and whatnot. I love the sound of this McLaren. I've got to say, it was really fun driving this briefly, although not quite what I'm used to, especially in an F1 game, but there you go. We did that, we got a gold, happy days. And if we just have a little look here, we've smashed that by quite a while there, 99.47, so happy days, really pleased with that. After a couple of tries, we got there in the end for that top time after the 3 rounds. So we're going to go into the practice session, just going to read our messages here. You can see Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc and George Russell. They are all the top 3 drivers so far. Not in that order, of course. We've got the weight reduction has gone through, so the car should feel a little better. In terms of the options, in terms of the stats, so you can have a little look at them briefly while they're on screen. But let's get into the practice session here, where hopefully we can come away with a lot of experience and knowledge, because I've never raced this track before. And again, I did some preparation before this one began, so I had a little bit of an idea and did quite a bit of practicing as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very good race, I think. Feeling good about this. So let's get into some race strategy, I think, and we'll just do some laps. Hopefully we can get some good results.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Right, and there we are. So, yep, we're all good to go. So what we're going to do is go out to the track and practice, and you're going to see here, just get a little bit wrong coming out of that corner there, and unfortunately, we do get a little bit wrong, which isn't ideal. However, yeah, we do learn from it, and we did a lot of practicing, but nothing really to report on there. Just need to be careful on the throttle acceleration. Now we start our qualifying lap. We're going to brake at the 100 board quite heavy, and then slowly apply the throttle. All the assists are off now, so no traction control, manual starts, or not assisted starts, whichever. It's all, well, basically as realistic as we can get, I think. So
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Want to be careful here. You can really go out the track width there, but this one here, you don't want to go off on these 4 wheels off of the green curb in there on either side, as you will pick up a penalty. And then for this one, you want to be braking just after that little flag marker board on the top right, and slowly apply the throttle. I think you can do this one in 4th gear, so I lost a little bit of time through here. I lost a bit of time in the long run anyway. This one's a bit of a blind right-hander, but you just really want to be just all the way over to the left so you get the best view of the track. And then another DRS zone here. I think this is first one. Or second one. No, I think it's second one. And braking just before that sign at the top. The flag marker sign. And yeah, this is flat out for a little bit now. And there's the next DRS zone, or the final one. In fact, I think that one's number 2. Braking just before that flag marker board at the top right there as well. And trying to get as close to that barrier as possible to carry as much speed. And there you go, there's the final DRS zone, where we're going to be crossing the line here, now for 133.745. So let's see where that puts us on the grid here. Hopefully in a good enough position.
So here we are then, welcoming you today to one of the jewels of the Arab world. Jeddah, one of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca. One of the biggest ports in the region, and now host to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at a topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, George Russell and Hamilton, Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Bottas and Jackson, Magnussen, Gasly, Mick Schumacher and Norris, Tsunoda, Joe, Alex Albon and Lance Stroll, Latifi, Vettel, Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty, and Yuri Vips. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here with us today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Right, guys.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Right, so here's our strategy here. We're going to come in at roughly lap 5 and then hopefully be able to push on through all the way to the end. So only 13 laps for this race, as we're doing a slightly shorter season to get used to. So let's have a little look at our formation lap here just to make sure we warm our tyres up, and we'll just, of course, tour the circuit basically. So we're going to be starting this one.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
So we're going to be starting this one in P10, so points are on offer for this one, so happy days. Hopefully we can get some points for this one. Our teammates starting dead last here in P22, so keep an eye on our teammate as this one progresses where we can. And we're going to be right behind Bottas, ahead of Magnussen and Gasly. So as we saw in the recap from the start of the video, my starts are quite poor in F1 22, so let's see if we can capitalise on my mistake last time and get a better start this time. The car is already feeling much better, as you can see. As you can see from my qualifying result, I've actually done pretty good on 60 AI difficulty, so I might actually end up bumping it up soon. But yeah, now that we've got our assists turned off, I've got the camera settings changed, I've got the force feedback amended. Now I suddenly feel a lot more grip in the car, which is always good. So I think I can attack a lot more now, which is good. Especially the upgrades that we've made to the car, so the weight reduction now has made quite a big difference. And I feel suddenly a lot more. I feel like the car's a lot easier to drive, to be honest. Got a couple of other upgrades in the making, so keep an eye on them for the next couple of races. Going to keep things going. But we're getting towards the end of our formation lap here, as we're entering the second DRS zone. Just trying to make sure we get enough heat in the tyres really to get all the way through. Making sure that we've got our repairs on also if we do get involved in any incidences, which is quite easy to do in this game, to be honest. And yeah, let's just see what we can do here. So we're going to be approaching the start-finish straight here. Now I don't know any of the corner names. You see I've moved the HUD around a little bit, everything's slightly adjusted. So we've got our target on the right hand side there of where we need to be. I just moved it so I could actually see the track. With our camera settings of them being changed now, it's a little easier to see ahead when there's nothing blocking it. No virtual mirror for some reason. I will check that because I did have it earlier, so I don't know why it wasn't in the race. Yeah, we're going to get as close as we can to point 3. So point 4 it is.
Incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
So we had a good...
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those...
Right, so we had a good start there. Now what can we do in terms of our... sorry, we had a good lineup there. Now, let's try and start. How are we going to do? We're going to drop down. Oh no, don't get the best of lines there. We're going to drop down. Magnussen, Gasly, Schumacher all get past. So the two Haas get past. Oh, there's Alonso there. Just turns into us. Go into neutral there. Forget there's a neutral. Well, not button, but like, I forget when you go down enough, it does go into neutral. Not ideal there. So we've gone down into P13 now, right behind the two Haas cars. We've got Stroll just behind us at the moment. So I don't really want to be losing any more positions here. It needs to be coming back. So we're going to look for the move around the outside. Or can't quite get it done. Do get a warning on track limits there. Need to be watching out for them. Don't want to pick up any more of them for this race. And hopefully no retirements for this one as well. But 13 laps here. Pitting just before the halfway mark to the mediums. Can we go around the outside of Schumacher here? Yes, we can. There we go. Up into P12. Okay, cool. There's one Haas down. One has to go. So Magnussen, can we get the move on K-Mag? Let's see if we can utilise our speed in the car. Not like we've got a lot of it. We've got the Mercedes powertrain, so at least we've got that. Or the Mercedes engine even. So at least we know it's reliable in this season so far. We didn't have any incidences last time with the Mercedes. So with Magnussen just up ahead here, we're going to start closing this gap down with the overtake button, or the ERS. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. That'd be awesome if you did.
Right, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Gonna get moved down on Magnussen. Do get into a bit of a scrap with Alonso there. Turns in on us, but we did make a late move to be fair. So we do go up into P11. So Hamilton's just up ahead now. As you know, Hamilton's in the pits. So we had a couple of people going to the pits on lap 1 there. I think I saw Verstappen as well going to the pits. And now we're right behind Alonso and Gasly. What can we do? Can we get around these guys? Hopefully we can get past both of them in no time at all. But we do know the Haas and the Alpine cars are slightly more developed than our car at the moment. So it is going to be a tough fight. So we're going to bring it to the AI as best we can. Now what can we do to bring down this gap? We're going to get a good exit there anyway, which is going to be helpful. Especially in our progress to hopefully make some positions here. Now we really want to try and get points as much as we can. We're going to go around the outside again of Alonso. Alonso's still there, but we do close the door. Happy days. So I'm starting to get a bit more grips.
Nice move, good job.
With this car and this track. I really like this track actually. It's just got such good flow around it. So not far behind Gasly now. So points are looking very possible at this moment in time. Now I was going to look for the move here, but I'm not really confident at getting moves done around there at the moment. Not really sure if I can get it done or not. I don't really want to risk it. So, but luckily it is this straight with the DRS zone. So from lap 3 we should be able to utilise that. So we want to make sure we stay in the slipstream so we can actually slingshot past. That's ideally what we want to do, unless they're really slow. Unless Gasly is that slow.
Push, use your overtake button. Let's go.
And speaking of, there is our overtake button. We're going to look for the move around the outside of Gasly here.
The pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
So yeah, breaking up the 100 board there. Turning in as smooth as possible. We have caught up to Bottas a little bit now. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. That gap is going up quite a bit. So you can see that Alfa Romeo has actually got quite a bit of power behind it. So we're going to have to work really hard to try and bring down that gap. We do just touch the wall there, a little bit of bounce back. Now I really want to make sure we don't exceed these curbs here. Oh, we nearly exceed it, but luckily we are within the track limits there, so happy days. Not too bad there. Now let's try and focus on getting a good exit here. I feel really good with this corner, I don't know why, but getting the overtakes done around it feels pretty good.
Okay, clear.
But look at this, something's happened behind because we got a gap formed to Gasly behind now. It's actually opened up. So let's keep working on getting that gap over a second. As the yellow flags are up.
Like a virtual safety car's being deployed due to an incident with multiple vehicles being stopped
think
on the
that was
track.
that.
We need you to drop your pace.
I think something's happened there. Yellow flags are up. So let's have a little look. I think that one could have been Ricardo, judging from the mini map there at the bottom right, bottom left even. So we'll keep an eye on that. But it looks like that's actually chucked a bit of a spanner in the works in terms of strategy for a lot of people. Now, are we going to come in this lap and change our tyres, or are we going to stay out? So we do need to change our tyres, to be fair.
Okay, there have been further incidents on the track, so officials are moving to a full safety car.
Okay, now we got a proper safety
Check
car
your
out.
FD for a new strategy option.
So that happened just as we passed the pit lane there. So we're going to have to come in this lap. Our teammate is in the pits though.
Okay, copy that.
So with Vips in the pits. Now we got to try and do our best to hopefully get a good enough pit stop coming out onto the track. So we're going to go in. Nope, just us there. So we're going to go in there. Oh, we do just smash our front wing as we get reset onto the pit box there. We got that a little bit wrong. I think need to be a little bit more slower on our inputs there. So a little bit more reactive, but coming a little bit slower for next time. So we are in the pits. This did lose us a little bit of time, and of course we did have to get reset, and now this needs to be changed as well. So that did cost us a lot of time in the long run,
That was a good
but we are out.
there, mate. That's earned us a decent pit stop time. Pit strategy complete.
And we're going to come out.
Through to the end now.
We're going to come out in P12, I think, for this one behind Verstappen. Is that going to be the case? Yes, it is. Yeah, so we're going to be.
In this lap. Safety car in this lap.
So we're going to be getting going now.
Tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So we're right behind Verstappen now. So can we beat the world champion in this one? Can we get points? Where is our teammate? Lots of things we got to think about here. Our teammate came in a lap before us, so I think Vips is ahead of us here. Just ahead of, yeah, I think Vips is in P6 right now. Or P5? I can't tell. It's just ahead of Sonoda there, I think. So things are very interesting up ahead of us here. We got started on to lap 6, so just over halfway, or just under halfway through this race. Let's try not to lose Verstappen here if we can help it. So I'm not sure what happened to Verstappen there. I reckon maybe something's happened at the start with some damage, some incidences. I'm not too sure. But either way, it means we've got a chance to actually battle with the #1 Red Bull car. So can we go around the outside here as we've done with Schumacher and Alonso earlier? Oh, not quite. We're going to be a little bit too far back for that one at 3 tenths. With Schumacher and Hamilton behind us as well. And just behind us at that. So it's going to be a really close one.
Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
So as our engineer says, use our overtake button. So that is what we'll do. We'll just try and time it all to perfection if we can help it. The car's still got a long way to go till I'm fully comfortable with it. But yeah, hopefully we can just keep working with our car to just do as best as we can. We're doing a lot better than we did last round, which if you haven't seen, I'll leave a card at the top of the screen. Or just in the screen in general. Make sure you check that out, and for the full playlist as well, that'll be on screen at some point in this video. So here we go, entering lap number 7 here. Are we able to get a move done into the first turn here on Verstappen? We're going to close down this gap, but are we going to be close enough? Oh, not quite. We're going to brake just a bit early just to make sure we don't go into the back of any drivers up ahead. Sainz is just holding us up at the moment. We're up into P9, so a couple of people served their pit stops. Okay, but we are back in points positions now, which is good, which is where we want to be. Oh, there you go, Alonso and Verstappen going side by side. Can we follow any of them through? No, we get held up. Looks like they're both going, compromising their pace, both going a little bit slow through there. So, can we go around the outside of Verstappen here? Can we get the move done? Oh, we're going to be so close. We're going to be so close, but he's going to get the inside for this next corner here anyway. So we're going to try it, but not quite able to pull it off. And oh no, we get too eager on the power and we spin it out. Unfortunately, we lose up all the progress we made. We're falling down into P18. which is not good. We have lost a lot of time, a lot of momentum there. Definitely not what you want to do for a Grand Prix weekend. So now we've got even more of a job to get back up into the points, really.
The car in front is 4.8 seconds.
And there he is. There is Albon just up ahead here. Can we get down this gap even more? Can we get the move done up into P17, hopefully? We really want to try and be fighting a bit more towards the front of the grid, especially starting P10 as well. Need to work really hard now to try and get back into that position. That one mistake was very poor for me there. Not ideal, but let's just work on not making any more mistakes for the next couple of laps here. Now this gap is going to come down here a little bit. And are we going to be able to get the move done on Albon? We've got the DRS. And yep, we've done it. We've got the move done on Albon. P18. P17 even. Okay, fantastic. Now we need to work on getting to Vettel. Are we going to be able to get this gap down to Vettel in no time at all? Maybe a lap or two. Oh, it looks like a couple of people in the pits. Norris, Tsunoda, Guan Yu. So we're going to go up into P14 now. So points are looking a little bit more likely, which is good. And look at this. Vettel and Latifi just up ahead here. Looks like Latifi's holding Vettel up a little bit, which is good. So that's going to give us the opportunity to bring down this gap, which is really what we want. Oh, we need to break a bit more for that corner, though. Definitely not you want to take that corner. Luckily, I don't get awarded any penalties or warnings. Oh, we turned a bit too soon for that one as well. We're out of shape. Let's try and get back into our groove. Okay, but we're just under a second now to Vettel up ahead. With a 3.1 second gap to Russell behind. We've done good to bring down this gap. And what more can we do? And there we are. We're firmly in the slipstream now.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
And in the DRS, as you can see at the bottom right there, it's popping up. So triangle is pressed, we're going. So we're not really going to be able to make the move on Latifi or Vettel just yet. But we will be able to make that move soon, hopefully. Maybe by the end of this DRS straight. There you go, Vettel's going to go running outside of Latifi. We're going to look for the move running outside. Where are we going to go? We're going to look for the inside. We're going to briefly make that 3 wide. Oh, we back out of it. We get the move done on Vettel there. Happy days. Haven't put him into retirement for this race. So, happy days. Vettel is alive for this one, which is good. So, up into P12, 10. There we are. We're back into the points now, which is good. We're going to go for the move on Latifi. I've completely forgot to brake though, carrying all that extra speed. Oh, we just got back into points as well. We've just messed it up. Not ideal that from me. Not ideal. I need to be cautious on my speed. I was carrying a little bit too much there. I was overtake button and the DRS was active. And I just broke a tiny bit too late, and therefore I had all the odds against me. So, P12, luckily didn't lose too many positions. We have found Bottas for the 3rd time today. Let's see if we can escape Bottas and his wrath. As we see, we get another warning there for track limits. Don't want to pick up another penalty. That won't do us any favours. Latifi could take home points here today. So the Williams looking like quite competitive. See Bottas and Ocon. Sorry, Bottas and Ocon. I can't speak today. They're just behind us at the moment by 1.7 and 2.5. So don't have to worry about them via slipstream or DRS, which is good. And look at this. I can see Russell just off in the distance there, 1.5 seconds. So it looks like there's some. I think Latifi could be holding up Russell there in his Mercedes.
There's not much between you and the car behind, just 2 seconds.
And here we go. We're going to see Russell and Latifi go side by side there briefly. Are we going to see any moves get made? They're going to battle side by side. Is Russell going to be able to get the move done though? Oh, not quite yet. As we're entering the penultimate lap here, we're going to just make sure we get a good exit on the last corner. And are we going to be in within DRS? Oh no, we're going to be just too far away there. And let's not outbrake ourselves this time. There we go, we have got it right that time. So, I can see Vettel there. So we are fighting for P9 right now. Now, are we going to be able to get the move done though? That is the question. because we're running out of time for this one now. We've won the last, or the penultimate lap right now. Russell gets it a bit wrong there. We do come off the throttle there, maybe poorly timed, but we luckily do keep it all on track there, picking up no more warnings, which I reckon in one more warning then I would get a penalty for. So definitely I don't want to get any more warnings. We can see Latifi just up ahead there, 3 temps. Oh, are you going to be able to get this move done around the outside? Oh, not quite. As we're entering the blind right-hander. Look at this, we've got a little bit of a train going right now. So don't need to worry about fuel, which is good. Now we're in a little bit of a train, so can we get the move done on Russell here? Oh, we're going to be on the outside, not really in the right place to go for the move. I've timed that really poorly there. Should have maybe gone for it a little bit sooner and on the left, really. And should have maybe stayed with it. But we're in the DRS now anyway. Because I think we all are, actually, from Vettel. So from the looks of things, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be really close as well. Oh, they're going to go side by side. Russell, Latifi, who's going to come out on top? Are we going to be able to get any moves done? Oh, it looks like Russell's ahead of Latifi for the final lap.
Okay, this is your final lap.
But the door's not closed yet. Latifi's still there. And he's going to go for it. Is he going to be able to get the move done? Oh, they're going to stay side by side. Here we go. We're going to get moved done on Latifi. Oh, Latifi's still there, though. Needs to be conscious. Yeah, we get the move done. Okay, fantastic. Now it's just Russell stopping us from getting... As I get that excited, my keyboard falls off. So here we go. Russell's just up ahead now. Points are on offer. 4 temps are separating us from points from 1 point on the board. Hopefully we can get that for race number 2. Vettel's just up ahead there. 1.3 seconds ahead. Or 1.1 even. Can't tell, my screen's a little bit blurry. There we go. It's under a second now. Which isn't good for us because Russell's going to get the DRS at that point, at this point. So let's see if we can time our momentum a little bit better this lap for the final lap of the race. It looks like Russell's caught right up to Vettel there. And I see Alonso in the distance there as well, so our teammate must be quite a few ahead at the moment. And here we go, we're going to be in the DRS train. And there you go, Sergio Perez takes home the win for today. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap of the race. There you go, Russell, Vettel, side by side. Who's going to come out on top here? Are we going to be able to make anything from it? Oh, we just didn't have the space to go through. So we're going to settle this one in P11. Russell in P10, Vettel in P9. Wow, what a race that was. So intense.
Take care of the car on the way in.
And as for our teammate, how did our teammate get on? Oh, well, Vips gets the driver of the day there. So congratulations to my teammate. Fantastic result that.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. It's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So there you have it. You can see we got Sergio Perez on pole with Leclerc and Sainz either side. So very strong finish for Ferrari, and congratulations to Red Bull on that one there.
So
wow, what a race.
The drivers' standings. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. So let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for your driver of the day?
Yuri Vips gets my vote today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. Well, that certainly was an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Wow, what a race. Yuri Vips from last to 7th. Great result there. Great points for the team. Lots of acclaim. Great race. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. That would mean absolutely loads to me if you did. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next round. Take care.